In this video, we will solve a problem on how to find government expenditure multiplier from the given ISLM model. The question is, the ISLM model for the closed economy is given as C is equal to 100 plus 1 minus T times Y. C denotes the consumption function, T is our tax rate, Y is our output. Investment is a function of rate of interest, that is I is equal to 300 minus 0.1, or 300 is our autonomous investment that does not depend upon the level of interest rate. Also, we are being given md upon p is equal to 500 plus 0.3y minus 0.3r. md denotes our money demand, p is the price level, and obviously y is our output and r is our real interest rate. Okay, we are further being told that if tax rate is 10% and real money supply is 1000, then government expenditure multiplier is the options are 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to find out the government expenditure multiplier. Okay, so what we are being given here, we use that very information to derive the government expenditure multiplier. Okay, so let's take first the LM model here. Okay, now what is LM? LM is a curve which shows us different combinations of rate of interest and level of income, where our money demand is equal to money supply. Simple thing, I have explained it so many times. Okay, so actually LM curve shows us the goods market equilibrium, and our goods market equilibrium occurs where our money demand is equal to money supply. Okay, and since we are being told real money supply divided by P, and here real money balance divided by P, that means real money demand should be equal to real money supply. Okay, so first we will use this very condition for goods market equilibrium. Okay, so MD upon P is being given us here, that is 500 plus 0.3y minus 0.3r. Actually, this money demand is actually composed of two parts, that is the precautionary demand for money and speculative demand for money. That means our money demand is a positive function of income and negative function of rate of interest. Okay, and it should be equal to our real money supply, and we are being told the real money supply is 1000. Okay, now we will solve this. So transposing this 500 here, it will get subtracted to this 1000. That means 0.3y minus 0.3r is equal to 1000 minus 500 is 500. Okay, or we can write it in this fashion, transposing this 0.3r here, 0.3r, it will become positive, should be equal to 0.3y, and transposing this here, it will get subtracted. Okay, that means our r will be equal to 0.3y upon dividing this, or let me write it here first, this. Okay, 500. Now transposing this 0.3r to RHS, it will get divided to each of these terms. So this is 0.3, here we have also 0.3. So 0.3 gets cancelled. We are left with y minus 500 upon 0.3. Okay, so we use this very result, okay, in getting our IS model. Now we derive the IS curve. What is IS curve? IS curve shows us different combinations of rate of interest and level of income where our goods market is in equilibrium. Okay, so actually IS curve is a locus of pointers which shows us different combinations of rate of interest and level of income where our goods market is in equilibrium. When is our goods market in equilibrium? When our income is equal to aggregate demand. Okay, so for goods market to be in equilibrium, our income should be equal to aggregate demand, and we know aggregate demand is composed of consumption demand plus investment demand plus government demand. Okay, so using this said result, so our y is equal to, our consumption function is being given as is 100 plus 1 minus t y, this is our consumption function, plus we have the investment function which is being given us as 300 minus 0.1 r plus the government expenditure. Okay, now just plug the values. We have 100 plus 1 minus tax rate is being given us as 10%, and 10% in fraction we can write it as 10 upon 100, or simply it is 0.1. Okay, so in place of t I will write 0.1 times y plus 300 minus 0.1 r plus g. Okay, so we are just deriving the LM equation here. So 100 plus 300 is 400, so I will write here it is 400 plus 1 minus 0.1 is 0.9 y, then we have minus 0.1. Now the value of r we calculated here, it is y minus 500 upon 0.3 okay, plus the government expenditure here. So our y will be equal to 400 plus 0.9 y minus 0.1 y. Okay, well, I'm multiplying this term to each of these terms in parentheses, so minus into minus is plus, then we have 0.1 times 500 divided by 0.3 plus g. So we have y is equal to 400 0.9y minus 0.1y comes out to be 0.8y. Simple thing. So that क्या row that's 0.1 upon 0.3, so we have 0.1 upon 0.3, so we can write it like this, 1 upon 10 upon 3 upon 10. This becomes now if I transpose this here, okay, so this 10 and 10 will get cancelled, we are again left with 1 upon 3. Okay, so अमिक मतलब go, this will become 0.1 upon 0.3 will become 1 upon 3 into 500, okay, plus g. Now transposing this 0.8 to LHS, it will get subtracted, so we have here 400 plus 500 upon 3 plus government expenditure. So let's take y common, or let's simply subtract y minus 0.8, y is 0.2, y is equal to 400 plus 500 upon 3 plus g. Okay, now transposing this 0.3 to RHS, it will get divided to each of the terms. Okay, so that means our y will be equal to 400 plus 500 upon 3 plus g. Okay, when I transpose this, it will get divided to each of these terms, so here it will get 0. Okay, we have 0.2 here, it will be 0.2 times 3, and here also 0.2. okay, now what is government expenditure multiplier? Government expenditure multiplier shows us change in government expenditure change in income with respect to change in government expenditure. How our output changes when there is 1 unit change in government expenditure. That means we need to find out dy upon dg. Okay, so let me write it here like this. Okay, so dy upon dg shows us change in our output when there is 1 unit change in our government expenditure. That means we need to take the partial derivative of this function with respect to g. Okay, so since no g is involved in the first two terms, their derivative will be 0. The derivative of g is 1, so we are left with 1 upon 0.2. Okay, and 1 upon 0.2 is simply equal to 1 upon 2 upon 10, which gives us dy upon dg is equal to, if I transpose it, it will get reciprocated when I transpose this to numerator. Okay, so this will become 10 upon 2, which comes out to be so we got the government expenditure multiplier is 5. Okay, and it simply tells us this 5, if I can interpret here, it simply tells us if government expenditure increases by 1 unit or by 1%, our income will increase by 5%. Okay, I hope I make myself clear. So the correct option should be this C option. Thank you. If you like these videos, please share with your friends. That is the only motivation for me to keep going on. Okay, I'm just making these videos for you people free of cost. Okay, so I will appreciate, or rather, if you can share this channel with your economics friends. Thank you.